What are you doing?
We're planking.
It's because of our internet providers.
We're stuck in 2011.
Same slow internet speeds.
And high prices.
It's like a nightmare.
Enough planking. Superloop is a network purpose-built for the super-fast future of the internet. You are free.
Don't take it lying down, Australia. Refresh your internet.
You are free.
Desperate to earn their tickets to prove themselves on the national stage.
What a fairy tale here.
Canberra, Croatia have nicked it at the death.
For the Western Bears are going to the Australia Cup round of 32.
Not a warning on the national stages.
Right from range. Don't they love that up your like cut?
Metro Stars through to the national stage to set round of 32 Dream Alliance.
Against all the odds, Australia Cup winners.
Welcome, Australia. It is that time of year, the greatest tournament on earth, the Australia Cup, the Hahn Australia Cup, that is. The round of 32 draw, we are going to be bringing you live tonight. It is going to be chaos, fun. We're going to be crossing around the grounds all over the country. I'm your host, Jake Barkadesh from Suited and Booted, alongside my compatriot,
Jerome Karloff, shout out all the super booters tuning in, man. I'm here to give my expertise.
And then just to bump up the CV around the ground, we obviously had to get a bit of a legend on the couch.
Legend.
Two-time A-League champion and Socceroo, Matty Mackay. Welcome.
So you say A-League champion? I definitely didn't progress past the round of 32. So I'm a round of 32 loser in the Hahn Australia
We are
Cup.
going to get through that, but you actually have a very important role this evening. You are the ball bearer.
Yes.
And we have been doing some tests just before. You've got the perfect voice for announcements, which I'm looking forward for Australia to hear.
EA Sports.
It's in the game. Correct. Yes, a big thank you to our partners as well, Hahn, Superloop, Qantas, MITRE, and of course our broadcast partners, Paramount. Matty, let's just go through some of your experiences in the Cup, because you said you didn't have the greatest experiences on field with Brisbane. Talk us through just those experiences, the feeling of having a new competition when you were an A-League player.
Yeah, a brilliant concept, and it's really evolved around these. Everyone loves a Cup upset, so for an A-League player, it's all about getting in and just and try not to get knocked off, especially in these round of 32 rounds.
Jerome, as a fan, just embracing the David versus Goliath factor. What do you love about the competition?
I never played in it. But
never will.
Never will. Looking like this, I never will. But oh man, I always remember one game between Oakley and Sydney FC, and I just thought you could just tell the Sydney players didn't want to be there. Not because Oakley's not great, but more in the sense of this is tough. The fans are closer. The smoke's coming from the yid, or is it a yid, or is it a flare? What is it? I don't know. So, and the ground's a bit more bobbly. The A-League clubs, they get tested when they go to these grounds. That's why I love it.
They are the winners, though, of most of these competitions, if not all.
Yes,
so
that
there
is true.
A big prize at the end of this. The ACL2 competition is going to be there for the winner. As I said, we are going to be heading around the grounds, and I believe we have the Mayor of Melbourne, but actually it's just Archie Thompson down there in Heidelberg, the great man. Archie, just talk to us about the vibes out of Victoria, mate.
Well, as soon as the camera came on, everyone went quiet. No, but it's great vibes. I mean, it's cold. I remember when I used to be in the studio. I mean, how the mighty have fallen. I'm back out here with the people. It freezes me. Can I say balls off? But yeah, we're all good. We're all good.
Have they fed you yet, Archie?
Sorry?
Have they given you a feed yet?
Oh, mate, every time I come to Heidelberg, any facility where there's a Greek restaurant or Greek people or Greek food, they're always trying to stuff it in your mouth, mate. So it's good stuff. We've got chicken, fried chicken, the olives, calamata. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, calamata.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, Archie, we're going to be coming to you throughout the evening with some crosses to the various players and teams in Victoria. We're going to jump off now and head to...
Oh, God, how grey's my hair, by the way?
You are looking great.
Hey, I mean, this is not good lighting out.
That's all right,
George Clooney.
Can we dim it down in the marquee?
But we're going to head over to a George Clooney looking like character in Danny Georgievski, a former winner of this tournament, who is going to be helping us throughout the Sydney audience. Danny, how are you down there right in front of that trophy? Danny, can you hear us, mate?
Can't hear anything, guys.
Danny Georgievski, a former winner of this tournament, who is going to be...
Oh, I have to speak.
Yeah, you do. All right, Danny, we might come back to you when you can hear us. No problem at all.
It's great over here, guys. I can't hear a thing, but I'm just rugged up because they said my white t-shirt's making it too dark over there. I'm like Archie and his white hair, but we're pretty good over here, and you can see I'm with the cup as well. It's a great time over here.
Danny,
Nice
just checking,
well.
can he hear us? No, he can't. We'll come back to you, Danny, but maybe what we will do now is we'll just chat through some of the teams of the round of 32. Obviously, there are a plethora of teams from all competitions across the country, spanning down from all the way into NPL 3, of course, all the way into the A-League. Let's have a look at some of the teams from New South Wales and Northern New South Wales. Jerome's got his hands rubbing together here. Upia Leichhardt, SD Raiders, Northern Tigers, Sydney United, and then Northern New South Wales, we have Cooks Hill United and Western Bears.
First and foremost, up the Bears. And I'll tell you why. They have this incredible thing over there called the El Classic Coal, because they're in a coal mining region. And I absolutely love that. So they're my team for the tournament.
Supposedly it's the biggest game in the country, the Classic Coal.
It is.
That's what we've been told.
There's no Classic Coal in the A-League or any other NPL, so it is the biggest game
And
in the
Matty
country.
said teams that go to Cessnock don't come out.
I
tell you what, they want a home game and they're going to hopefully get an A-League team come there.
Yes, they need one.
So we are going to have a look at some more of these teams. I believe we might be doing a cross out soon back to Danny Georgievski, but we're going to jump through the teams of Queensland, Northern Territory and ACT. Brisbane City, Olympic FC, Gold Coast Knights, who I believe we might have a visitor from soon, Peninsula Power and Northern Territory. A great story up there with Darwin Olympic. And of course, the absolute institution down in the ACT, Canberra Croatia. Matty, those Brisbane teams, Queensland teams stand out to you?
Yeah, they're four really solid teams and they've been around the NPL setup for a long time now and done extremely well, successful. Obviously, Gold Coast Knights, Scott McDonald, which hopefully will drag him away from, he's got a wedding anniversary tonight, but we're going to try and get him. We'll work on that. But they've won the competition a lot in the last couple of years and are very strong.
Jerome, any thoughts on the Northern Territory and ACT teams that we have in the competition?
Look, like you said, Canberra Croatia institution. We love saying that word down there, the British institution. Some of the players they've produced: Ned Zalic, Milicic, Juric, Josip Šimunic,
who was booked 3 times in a World Cup game. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Canberra.
Maybe there's 3 yellows in Canberra. I'm not too sure. But they're a massive club down there, and they'll be tough for any team.
Well, Matty hinted at it. We're going to be joined live from his wedding anniversary, the head coach of the Gold Coast Knights, Scott McDonald, in a very bright part of a nice bar there. Scotty, how are we?
I can't read lips.
Yeah, Scotty, I think you just muted yourself. If you can hear us, you might have to unmute yourself.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, we've got you now, mate. Just talk us through. You've sacrificed a few minutes for us here on your wedding anniversary. Just making sure the missus is all good on that front.
Yeah, she's fine, mate. She's fine. Only for a couple of minutes, so she's happy with that. Obviously, she gets enough of football over the years. She's been with me 20 plus years, so she knows how it is. But yeah, like I was saying there before, when you couldn't hear me, really excited for the draw, as my players are, and I'm sure they pretty much want to travel. I think as coaches and coaching staff, you want to be at home to give yourself the best possible chance at trying to get through to the next stages. And yeah, it would be nice to have one of those big A-League teams come to the Gold Coast also.
Scotty, can you just talk us through just as well your journey as a coach and your experience, obviously being a player that's played in some massive games, both for Socceroos, obviously for Celtic as well. It must be pretty cool for the players to have a coach of your stature giving them the tutelage. I mean, do you use that over them at all? Let them know how good you were?
No, definitely not. I think that would be a recipe for disaster, I think. And you'd have to ask them how cool it is, because sometimes I don't think they think it is, how disciplined I am. But look, it's been a fantastic journey we've been on at Gold Coast Knights. This is my 4th season there at the football club, and it came about because my son actually plays for the club. As a junior, he was in the NPL Academy system and still is, and I was approached to take the role on, and I was doing my UEFA Pro license at the time, so it fitted quite well that I needed to start coaching, full time, more or less. So it's been really, really good for that. The project that we've built here over the last 4 years has been exciting, and we're on a new page again. We turned over another, I think it was almost 10 players this year. I think because we wanted the hunger again back in the squad. It's a young squad mixed with some experience as well. The likes of Brad Inman that's had A-League experience. We've got Luke Kroll who was playing in the lower leagues of England in League One and League Two as well. Who's our captain, done fantastic. Yes, we've lost a couple of players along the way in Sam Klein and Austin Ludwig to Brisbane Roar of recent, but we're looking for the next generation to come through our football club and keep producing those players to A-League quality.
Well, good luck for the draw tonight, Scotty. As there is a saying, happy wife, happy life. So we'll let you get back to your evening and happy wedding anniversary. Let's have a look at the teams from Victoria and Tasmania representing in the round of 32. Avondale, Nunawading, a dark horse here coming from NPL 3 with Heidelberg United who are leading the NPL. South Melbourne and, of course, South Hobart boys. What do you think around those teams?
Listen, there's two teams from Melbourne right now that are absolutely flying in Avondale and Heidelberg. One of them will probably win the NPL in my opinion. But I just want to touch on Nunawading, lowest ranked team in the whole 32. They smashed Hume really to get here, and funny story about them is Fahid Ben Khalfali used to coach there. Player coach, and every single person I talked to that was under his tutelage said they were scared to breathe around him. So
He did take the team to Vegas though, so there is some pros and cons to his coaching.
NPL 3 to Vegas.
Well, I don't know.
Sign me up.
Fahid being Fahid. And South Hobart there, Matty, you love that.
Yes.
One of the oldest teams in the
Little
books.
start, yeah, 1910 they were formed, so 115 years anniversary this year.
Wow, congratulations to them. Definitely a suitor always in the round of 32. Let's head back to Victoria because Archie Thompson is now with a few from Nunawading.
Hey guys, I can't hear that cross there, but I've got Steve and Dennis here. Steve, now your son is at home having a birthday and you're here, mate.
Yeah, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Costa. I'll be there soon. So, yeah, had to reschedule. But, yeah.
So what are you hoping for in this draw then? If, you're missing a birthday, is it someone like an A-League team or you want maybe someone a little bit lower that you look like you can try and progress through the rounds?
Oh, look, any team you play in the last 32, it's not going to be easy regardless whether we get an A-League team or, we've got Heidelberg in the Doherty Cup and that's a challenge in itself. So, it's going to be a mountain to climb.
And we heard the boys talk about Fahid being at Nunawading. You were the under-21s coach. What was he like?
Yeah, he's a gentleman, Fahid.
You look suspect when you're answering that.
No, Fahid was a gentleman. He was good to talk to and feed off. And he got the club promoted that year in to 2019. So I was there for about 3 months, and and I stepped into senior coaching after that elsewhere. So yeah, it was good. It was good for the club and to get back into the NPL. So he did a great job.
Beautiful. And Dennis, you had a bit of a rough start to the season. I think you were saying like 8 losses. The Australia Cup gave you a bit of a spark to put on 2 games you have lost in the last few months. So you must be excited about this draw and who you can get.
Yeah, definitely. Credit to the boys. They've stuck in there and turned that first 8 rounds into a pretty positive outcome. We're excited for anything. We've been playing finals footy for a couple of months now, so every game we go into, we try to play our best, of course, and we'll see where it takes us. We're excited for any challenge. We've got a couple of challenges coming up, but we're ready to go.
Yeah, I love it. That's the boys. Nunawading.
Geez, imagine Nunawading getting an A-League team. Wouldn't that be something?
I will be there. We will be there.
That'll be Matty's doing, if so.
Absolutely.
Well, let's have a look at the teams in South Australia and Western Australia making up the round of 32. In South Australia, we have Adelaide, Croatia Raiders, and Metro Stars, who practically pay rent in the round of 32. In Western Australia, we have Olympic Kingsway and, of course, Sterling Macedonia. A couple of interesting stories out of those two teams, but what do you take from them, guys?
Well, I was reading up before that Olympic Kingsway just won the treble. So they are on the hunt for more silverware. They're in the mode right now, so they might be a team to watch for sure.
Beautiful. I think we do have a special guest coming from Olympic Kingsway. The man there, Mitchell Oxborough. Now, Mitch, I'm glad we could fit your ears in the shot there, mate. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, gentlemen. I remember last time I saw you, Jakey, your hair was looking a bit fuller.
Yeah, it's still on its way back, mate. That's for sure. Hey, Mitchy, just talk to us about Olympic Kingsway. We've got a former teammate of yours here, and Matty Mackay has got a few questions for you, but just tell us a little bit about the football club that you're representing.
I mean, I can't speak highly of them, to be honest. They do everything for us as a squad, and since I've come there from Glory, it's been nothing but amazing. I mean, last year we won the treble, as you mentioned, and it's onwards and upwards. It's quite funny because as I come onto the screen, everyone's gone quiet, but before I couldn't even hear you boys talk, so it's nice to actually get my ears back.
Mitchy, just a couple of questions. Tell us a couple of players that have caught your eye in your squad, and maybe some younger players that will do good on the national stage. And then also, is there any away trip that the lads have been in your ear about really wanting to go?
The first one that comes to mind is Matiang. He was at Glory Youth and he signed for us this year and has been playing number 10. He's been outstanding. I think he scored 9 goals so far. Labib is a right back. I'm not sure how old he is, but he's extremely young. I think he's 19. Same with him. He's got the athleticism to go to the next level. So it's a perfect opportunity for them two in particular to get picked up from an A-League club or if it's an over-East NPL team.
And where do you want to go, mate? What's the trip you want?
Oh, this is the question we all want to know. What's the away trip,
this a lot tonight.
I think Melbourne would be ideal. I mean, when we travel, we'll travel in big numbers, and I think the committee want to be in Melbourne. But I'd take anywhere. I'd take Darwin, to be honest. Anywhere that's away.
Oh, sorry, but yeah, we'll see where Darwin want to end up. They might not want to. They might want their away fixture as well.
Yeah, I think everybody in the NPL wants an away fixture. It's such a good experience with the group and team bonding, and I was lucky to have that playing as a pro. So I know what it brings, and I'm dying for the away trip with the boys. We had 2 home games last year, so we're due one surely.
Well, Mitchy, all the best for the draw. Looking forward to seeing you on the park in the round of 32. And we'll see you soon, my good friend.
Good, mate.
Thanks, gentlemen. Enjoy your evening. Appreciate it.
We're going to be now heading back to Danny Georgescu, who I believe has the Apia Leichhardt head coach in Franco Parisi. Take it away, Danny.
You got it wrong there. I got Jordan Segreto. We got Wi-Fi here so we can actually talk. Segreto in Italian means secret, mind you. So bit something about that, or no, we're not going to say anything?
Can't say can't share the secrets with you, sorry. Can't.
Okay, well, anyway, regardless of that, I see you got a moon boot on, so you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, unfortunately 2 weekends ago, 15th of June, just went over on it. Did the ligament, ruptured it, so I'll miss the trip this year, but I'll be there.
Surely you'll be back for the game if they go to the next round, if you guys go to the next round.
Look, we want to go deep. We're serious.
Oh, how deep?
No, deep. We're going to go deep.
Boys, we're going deep. Can I come?
You can come. You'll come.
Bravo.
All right, geez, Danny Georgescu, we're going to enjoy throwing to him tonight. Apologies, Jordan Segreto, that was obviously a secret. But looking forward to seeing Apia Leichhardt in the competition. We are also now going to be having a little bit of a chat around the A-League teams. Matty Mackay, going to be...
No Brisbane Roar, let's just get it out there.
No Brisbane Roar.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we're going to be just having a look at some overlay of the playoffs from some of the A-League teams as we go through this, which is going to be quite an interesting tale to see how this looks out.
Their journey towards what they hope will be silverware with the 2025 Australia Cup. It starts here in Darwin.
To be up here when they're up here at the same time is pretty good. Should be good for the community. The kids seem to love it, so should be good for them.
It's a good ball in, back post. Oh, it's an own goal. Alu Kuol opening up for the shot, and that's 2.
There'll be a full bus already here. There's more coming. So there's going to be a small crowd of Vanuatu to support us here. It's going to give us the opportunity to watch him playing, especially we live this far out of all the main cities. We were all excited that he's going to be up here playing.
It's kept alive by the Mariners and then turned goalward. Fantastic finish in this space on that side. The cross, Mile Usnic towards Taggart. It comes down, it's in the back of the net. Bugaria and Perth, who have come from 2 goals down at half-time, now lead the Central Coast Mariners 3-2.
It's important to give back to a place like Darwin and try and put on a show, and yeah, just happy that we could obviously give them a few goals to cheer about.
Play goes on for the moment, and it's forced in by Costa Barbarousas. And that is full time.
You see these kids over here now? They've been hanging around for an hour and a half until these boys come out for football, especially up here in the NT, is the best because we don't see that week in, week out. Have it here live, it's perfect.
Well, some great footage there of the A-League teams. A couple of them knocked out early, which does sting. But as we look here, the A-League teams participating in the round of 32. A newcomer, Auckland FC. We saw what a stellar season they had. Adelaide United, a formidable team in this tournament. Macarthur, the reigning champions. Melbourne City, fresh off an A-League win. Victory, Newcastle Jets, Perth Glory. Sydney FC, a winner in this competition. Wellington Phoenix, Western Sydney, and Western United. Matty, what does it sort of, the feeling of an A-League club now, there's this another competition coming in, does it bring some new life to pre-season for the A-League clubs?
Absolutely. You don't want to be just playing against yourselves or the youth team. You want to be travelling. You want to have games that mean something. So the Hahn Australia Cup provides that, and you want to progress further down the track. And you're playing in different little atmospheres. Maybe if you're going to a member federation club and a trip, and it's about the boys being able to get together and travel and get into good routines for the season.
Jerome, any thoughts of just the A-League teams? Obviously new players coming in from teams. We saw Brian Keltak was on Central Coast, got knocked out, and then now he's at Perth and he's back in.
Well played.
I mean, there's some chances for players to show themselves to their coaches and new clubs.
A few things stick out. Victory have lost back-to-back finals, so the A-League Grand Final and the Australia Cup Final. I feel like they want to go into next season with some silverware, with some momentum, and try to go a step beyond. Macarthur, though, for their short history, they've won 2 already. There's some A-League clubs that haven't even gotten close, respectfully, to winning a cup. So, and like you said, Auckland as well. They're going to go into that automatically as one of the favourites because of just how good they were last season.
Yep. Well said. Well, with every great competition in the Hahn Australia Cup, there are some principles and some terms that we are going to share with you around what will happen with the draw when teams are called upon. So as you can see on your screen, where matches involve only member federation clubs, those who are drawn first will host the game. Where matches involve member federation clubs and A-League clubs, the member federation club will always host. So that means an A-League team will always be going to an NPL team or below's ground, which is going to be a great atmosphere. Where matches involve only A-League men's club, the first drawn clubs will be the host. And to round out with New Zealand, Wellington and Auckland will always be the away clubs across the draw unless they're against each other, in which the first drawn will host. This brings us to, I guess, some of the more exciting stuff. What you were probably built for, and we do have an ops manager in the room who's been very nervous about making sure all the balls are in there, that the balls are intact.
So I am scrutinised by the FA officials, I can assure you. Nothing's been tampered with. We're ready to go. So
clean balls.
Am I good to go?
Yeah, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Just, I mean, your feeling. Have you ever done anything like this before?
I'm going to give it a swirl. Yeah. Okay. And then let's do it. Yeah. See how we go.
Cool. So for the first team in the competition drawn in the round of 32,
Adelaide, Croatia, Raiders.
Oh,
Croatia, man.
Adelaide, Croatia. This is big. This is big. They will be hosting.
Second team.
First appearance.
Cooks Hill United.
Up the Cookers.
Cooks Hill United.
Up the Cookers.
One of the great things about Cooks Hill, they have one of the coolest and oldest logos. Old-fashioned logos going
Straight
around.
out. It's on the screen. You'll see it, guys. It looks like something out of FIFA 06. I love it.
So the next one, boys. We're on to the next one already.
Let's
SD
go.
Raiders.
SD Raiders, there we go. I believe Nicky Carl was involved with this
technical
football club.
director, I believe, there.
Technical director. And the SD Raiders will be hosting.
It's not a trip from Macarthur FC.
Oh, the reigning champions. Oh, there's got to be a few sighs coming out of the SD Raiders.
They're raiding the Bulls.
What a David versus Goliath. So we mentioned Nicky Carl is a part of the SD Raiders. Macarthur, right? What's the mentality of former champion going away to SD Raiders? I mean, that's one you've got to win, but a thankless win as well.
Absolutely, a tough little fixture. I mean, it's local at least. They're not travelling, but yeah, I'd be delighted. It'd be a good one for both parties.
Will they be fancying themselves to go back to back again?
I don't know about. They're definitely gonna.
They'd fancy themselves to go to the round 16.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Definitely, for sure. But first appearance for SD Raiders, so that's awesome.
Shout out SD Raiders. Here we go, Matty.
Boys.
What have we got?
Auckland FC.
Oh, the newest team in the competition.
Not in the Club World Cup.
And that is, this is a team you do not want to face.
Sorry, Scotty.
Oh, that's
tasty. Auckland to the Gold Coast. That'll be it. That's one we'll talk about definitely later on. That'll be a good fixture.
Can I just quickly say, apparently Wellington turned down the Souvlakis at South Melbourne. I hope Auckland don't turn down the Chavapis at Gold Coast.
Well said. Well, Scotty McDonald spoke about his team. They seem like they have a pretty good culture. Some
Yes.
talented players there. It's not going to be an easy win, but Auckland, it's maybe one team you wanted to avoid in the draw.
Olympic Kingsway SC.
There we go. Mitchy Oxbow looks like he's staying put in Western Australia.
Listen up,
with
Mitch.
Olympic Kingsway, a formidable team out west.
Melbourne victory.
A mighty Melbourne victory. Looks like that fixture got reversed on the Olympic Kingsway organisation. That's going to be an interesting one. One of these A-League teams might get bopped in the round of 32, round of 16. We've seen it
That's
happen
what
before.
everyone wants to see, right? They want to see an upset. So there's a couple of fixtures there that already have caught our attention.
I've got to be biased. I'm a Victory fan. Everyone knows this. They need to get the job done. They've signed some new players. Olympic Kingsway will not be minnows, though.
Got to go there and win.
Yeah.
What's up next, Matty?
Heidelberg United.
The Burgers.
There we go. They're the best team in Victoria right now, which is always a formidable pedigree going into the round of 32.
Who've I got?
Western Bears.
The Bears.
Classic goal, Western Bears.
The Bears. Wait, the Bears are coming to Melbourne.
The Bears are coming to Melbourne, which means
we will be there.
He's going to be there.
We will be there, and the Bears active.
That's a tough game. Heidelberg, they haven't put a foot wrong really all season against Avondale, who've been close with them. But Western Bears now are going to have to go to the Victorian Giants.
Giving it a stir this time, guys.
The Bears and the Burgers.
Perth Glory.
Oh.
Now they will be
Perth
travelling,
Glory.
right? Unless they get another A-League team.
Perth, yeah, this is true.
They're going to want some glory.
This is true.
Oh no.
It's the distance derby! No! It's the distance
Wellington
derby.
Phoenix.
Flight.
Wellington Phoenix.
You
Sorry,
put him
lads.
on the longest flight
Oh
in
my gosh.
domestic football history.
Oh my gosh.
That is all Matty Mackay's doing.
Hey, I stirred it. You saw.
That's the distance derby,
Wow,
man.
That's a distance derby.
That is the distance
That's
derby.
huge.
That's
Yeah.
a huge travelling
You probably don't
pre-season.
want that early on in the
No.
season.
No.
That's on you.
That is on me.
Don't
Apologies.
take a boat, guys.
Avondale FC.
There we go.
Zordy.
That's your team to watch, isn't it, Jerome?
Yes.
Avondale. Big ups on them. They are second in the MPL in Victoria and have been leading throughout most of the season.
Sterling, Macedonia.
Ooh.
Wow, this is
Interesting one.
a heritage Macedonian club in Perth.
That's going to be tough for Sterling. I wish them the best, but Avondale are flying. Manny Aguek up top, banging in goals. It'll be tough.
Hey, you never know, Sterling. Get out there and get it done.
Yeah, give it the best. You guys can. Ooh.
Oh, this is
Melbourne City.
the A-League champions.
Current A-League champions.
Are they going away to an MPL team's
Oh,
ground?
I hope they're going.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Hope
Send them
they're
to
going so
Darwin.
far.
Send them to
Darwin,
Darwin. Send them to Darwin.
Oh my goodness.
Victory fan there talking.
Who is coming up
Hey.
against the reigning A-League champions?
If this is Darwin, I'm going to cry.
I feel like
that is a game.
That's a game. This
That
is
is a
really
great
good
game.
one.
That is a game.
Apia Leichhardt, there we go.
Wonder if Gav's
Jerome,
still
what are we
there.
thinking there? Think of being Apia Leichhardt, you've just drawn.
And they just talked about how they fancied it, right?
Yeah.
In the show there.
Well, Apia have made the quarterfinals twice. So again, they've got a little bit of pedigree in this competition, but Melbourne City are a different beast. This is the A-League champions, and they're not coming here to muck around. There's another saying, but I can't say it on air. But yeah, it'll be an interesting fixture anyway because Apia are a massive club.
I'll be watching that one closely. Apia Leichhardt, they could do an upset at home there. Matty Mackay's doing a brilliant job on the...
Oh, great ball handling.
Yeah.
Brisbane City.
Brisbane City, there we go.
Got
A
Queensland.
local team, Matty. What do you
Love
know
it.
about Brisbane City?
Yeah, so Corey Brown actually just signed. So finally a Queensland team.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, Corey Brown.
Are they
signed from the
renowned
Raw.
for really good pizzas as well? I've been
Absolutely. Italian club, they got the food, great place to go, watch, good little stadium, and a good club, a good local club in Brisbane.
told. Right up your street, mate. Some nice pizzas.
Might have to go for a little visit. Are they still open?
Yeah.
Who've they got?
And they've got a local derby against Olympic FC.
Oh!
Wow. Wow, that's interesting.
You
They-
will be
they were
attended
both, they were
surely at
both
that.
really fancy. So Olympic FC, Chris Grossman, former North Queensland Fury and
Yep.
Brisbane Raw player, is their manager. coach, and yeah, they've got Daniel Leck, who's a former A-League player, but yeah, they'll both fancy themselves moving on to a round of 16, which is huge for a Brisbane club, for a Queensland club. So yeah, tasty little fixture.
Well, great. We're guaranteed a Queensland club in the round of 16, for sure.
Shout out to the Sunshine State.
Darwin Olympic SC.
Oh,
Sorry,
this
lads,
is good.
They're at home.
So we
They're
have
at
been
home.
told that much to scrutiny around the country because people say they've got the best food, but apparently they've got the best meat pack going around.
I'm coming up for the Udall. Darwin.
Chips, cheese, garlic sauce.
Let's go.
Here we go, Darwin. Who is Darwin going to be hosting?
Nunawading City.
Oh, that's great!
Huge.
That is a great tie.
Bro, look, imagine playing NPL 3 and be like, boys, we're going to Darwin.
All right.
That's sick.
They're going to struggle up there.
If I'm Darwin, if I'm Nunawading, I believe we're going to get through.
Yeah, yeah.
So one of those teams.
Well, that's exactly right, Jake.
16. Well, that's exactly
That's
right.
exactly
Jerome.
right, Jake. Yeah.
That's phenomenal. An NPL 3 team could be in the round of 16.
That's sick. That's my
The
favourite.
lowest
fixture.
ranked team, right? You
Yeah.
said lowest ranked team.
You've
could
given
be
them a
round
pretty
of
good
16.
draw, but Darwin-
16 top teams in Australia.
Yes.
You're going up to the NT, boys.
We might be doing a cross out to Darwin later as well, so we'll get some updates there.
Canberra, Croatia.
Oh, the institution.
The institution.
The
We talked about
institution.
how many players have come out of there.
Yep.
Oh, they couldn't draw Sydney United, could they?
Metro Stars.
Oh.
Metro Stars.
So Metro Stars, I believe, are winning the NPL and SA. This is their 6th appearance in the round of 32 as well.
And they were fancy. It was a good trip to Canberra.
Great trip. That'll be a great
Another
game.
good member federation.
Good high quality NPL game, I expect from that one.
Where else in the world are you going to get this? Answer, nowhere.
Who would have thought Matty Mackay once lifting up A-League championships? Now he's tearing the balls apart. Here we go.
South Hobart FC.
Oh, it's a bit of a favourite of ours here.
It is a
They've been
favourite.
around since 1910. Respect where respect's due.
Come on.
South Hobart, they've been in the round of 32 many a times as well.
They're going to be home. And they are against South Melbourne.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my
Tough
God.
fixture.
South Melbourne.
I guess you could
against
say it's
South-
going south.
Hey, that's a game. That's a game if you're South Melbourne, you'll fancy yourselves. But South
Interesting, they've
Hobart,
been struggling a bit in the league, but this is
They
it.
have.
They can get through the round of 16, and South Hobart will fancy themselves as well. They'll do their research. And
I want to know if they're taking the spirit of Tasmania or they're getting down there on a flight. But
stick them on the ship.
yeah, stick 'em on the ship. Yeah, get on the ship, guys.
get on the ship,
Come
get down
on.
there. There'll be a big crowd of South Melbourne going down to that game,
Yep.
I'm sure, as well. Oh,
Western Sydney Wanderers.
Oh,
So they will be away unless they pick another A-League team out of here.
Geez, a team that did well beyond everyone's expectations last season. They got pipped in the final against Victory, but they were
Yeah,
a very,
for
very
him.
good team.
They're off to Brisbane. Peninsula Power.
Ooh.
Peninsula Power, what do you know about them, Matty?
Yeah, so Matt Mundy, the former Brisbane Roar player, he's just come over from Olympic actually to Peninsula this season, but perennial, always competing in the NPL competition in Queensland, and yeah, it'd be a tough place to go. Good surface, so Western Sydney I actually fancy coming up to Brisbane. It'd be a good trip for them.
Wow,
Thought he
looking forward
said
to that one.
Thought he said good surfers. I was like, oh, they got a few surfers in the squad.
It's Redcliffe, no,
Yeah,
but, no,
okay.
surface.
Oh, good
Hard
draw
to
for
come by
Western
these
Sydney
sides
there.
this time of year. Good surface. Newcastle Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
Oh, the Jetters.
The influx of youth talent.
We know a few
With
Jetters
Mark Milligan.
fans.
Mark
charge
Milligan
now.
there as well, which
Yes.
from all reports is a fantastic coach.
That's exactly right, Jake.
Against his old team.
You can't script it.
That is spice in this
Wow, well
competition.
played,
up.
thank you.
You can't you literally can't script it. It's illegal. But like,
He just left as assistant
Yes, he
coach
did.
and is now head coach, obviously Millsy at Newcastle. So
And special mention to Adelaide as well. They have won this competition the most out of pretty much every team that's ever existed here. So they are someone that loves this space.
when we talked about the A-League teams wanting these fixtures and wanting to go deep, they're now a couple ones that are
that's gonna be
they're
tricky
going to
for
knock
both.
out some teams. So
Yep.
you want to prepare well for those games.
What have we got? We've got 2 more fixtures left here.
Let's hope, Webb.
So the Western United.
Woohoo!
Exciting.
let's see.
Had a great season this year, Western United.
Got a lot of mates there, actually.
You do.
Can you believe it?
Oh,
Sydney FC.
my goodness. Wow, so that's going to be played in Tarneet.
Wow.
That's going to be played out West Sydney. Does that mean Douglas Costa's coming back to Tarneet?
Douglas Costa will be in Tarneet.
Might be getting a text from Johnny Aloisi, I think.
Yeah.
Can he handle the heat in Tarneet?
A very good team.
Do you know which two teams are left?
I do know one.
Yeah, I know one. No, I don't.
Okay, let's see if they're at home.
They're a team that does very well in this competition.
Northern Tigers FC.
Northern Tigers. There we go.
I'm going to tell you a fact about them when we pull out the last one. So it's a fun little fact.
And they are up against
a team,
Sydney United.
A team that does not muck around in this tournament.
They do not.
And we talk about an institution of producing players. Just go and Google Sydney United and the players that they've produced.
Bosnich, Kalina, Craig Foster, Milieta, Nagzelka, Kalac, the list goes on.
Yeah.
The list goes
Against
on.
Northern Tigers. That's a hell of a fixture.
And they've had some good results in the competition and gone deep a few times. So.
Yep, finalists. Just a little fun fact. Well, it's not a fun fact. It's actually a really stupid fact. I asked a few of the suited and booted listeners, hey guys, any cool, quirky facts about your club? Someone from Northern Tigers says, Northern Tigers don't have any Tigers in their team. I said, this is what I'm dealing with right now. This is what I'm dealing with, and I'm trying to get facts. But shout out to Northern Tigers.
Hey, shout out to Matty Mackay as well for doing a fantastic job there. The ops manager is pleased that all went to plan. But let's get a look at the recap of what Matty Mackay just produced and have a look at the round of 32 draw here. What are some games that jump out to you off the back there? I know that we mentioned the Uphill Leichhardt and Melbourne City fixture.
We've got 3 all A-League fixtures, which is huge for the competition because it knocks teams out, right?
Yeah.
Knocks A-League teams out.
Yeah.
So, which we all want to see. We want to see those member feds teams come through and really challenge further in the comp. So,
Jerome, anything jump out to you there? There's quite a few games. I'm looking forward to the Sydney Western United game, also the Brisbane Derby you produced.
Yeah.
Matty, which will be fantastic.
Absolutely. South Melbourne go to South Hobart. South Derby.
Oh, I've got to say, Darwin and Nunawading is super interesting to me to see the levels between the different leagues, I guess. And also, I'm going to get to see Western Bears live in the flesh. I can't believe it.
Cessnock, the mighty Cessnock.
Cessnock are going to Heidelberg.
What do they call it down there? The classic...
The old classic coal.
The old classic coal.
Yes.
Shout out to the
Bears
coal
are
and mining
coming.
industry.
The Bears are coming.
Incredible. There's obviously one Matty did produce, which I don't know if Wellington's going to be his favourite fan, but they have got the longest travel to go to Perth Glory, which is going to be a hell of a game. Some exciting games here as we look to go to one of the teams that's a special story in this round of 32. Bailey O'Leary, the assistant manager down in Darwin Olympic, or I should say up in Darwin Olympic. Bailey, how are you feeling about the draw, mate?
We're pretty happy with it, to be fair. You touched on it. We want to see what the difference is in the leagues up here and see what we can produce.
It's fair to say, from the point of where this team sits, Nunawading, with all great respect for what they've achieved, but they are the lowest ranked team in the competition. You probably couldn't have asked for a better draw.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for a better draw, but also they've had some very surprising results, especially against New City 4-0. We won't take it lightly, and we'll go hard and hopefully produce some good football.
Bailey, you look like you're about to go flying in that room up there with all those fans on. It must be hot.
We got some ultras.
We've got some ultras in the background. There we
Kingsway.
go. Boys, any questions for Bailey and Darwin Olympic? The meat pack was something we spoke of earlier, but they're going a pretty successful run at the moment.
Look, man, I think, like I said before, the real interesting thing about this match is to see the levels. And also, I want to give a shout out to the Darwin Olympic fans. I've been speaking to a few. Apparently, it's good vibes up there and it's even better food. So, wishing you guys the best.
Thank you. We hope it goes hard.
Yeah. All the best, Bailey. Looking forward to watching that game against Nunawading. While we are going back to the Mystery Man in Sydney, where we don't know what we're going to get, but it's only going to be good. And that is Danny Georgievski with MacArthur player Tommy Uscock. Take it away, Danny.
Hey, boys, I hope that nobody comes with a balaclava from back here, to be honest. But I'm here with Tommy Uscock, and obviously playing against SD Raiders, your missus and the kids will be loving life that you're not travelling.
Yeah, we've got a big year this year with the ACL2 and the 3 competitions, so it's good to play in Sydney, but yeah, it's exciting.
It should be good, especially versus Nicky Carr's team. Obviously, that's great. But yeah, how have your memories been of the Australia Cup? Obviously, you won it with with you guys last couple of years. Well, in 2 and 3 years, I believe it was. How was your experience in that competition?
Yeah, very good. Obviously, it's a great competition. We get to play against a lot of teams that probably we don't get to play against during the season.
Be honest. Tell me you don't really want to play sometimes.
No, we love playing, mate. Come on, that's what we get paid for. No, it's good. So yeah, obviously looking forward to it again, and we've got the 3 competitions, like I said. So yeah, it'll be very good.
Plenty of trophies for you guys to potentially win.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. But see how that plays out. But it'll be good. Yeah, obviously, we want to try to go as far as we can in all of them, and the clubs. The club loves the cup, it seems. So, yeah, we'll obviously try to do that again this year.
Well, hopefully you guys do get it. So, boys, that was as G-rated as you're going to get from over here.
There we go. Tame as ever from Danny Georgievski. Hey, just a quick note. I did get some intel. Sydney United and Northern Tigers are playing each other in the round of 32. They're actually coming up against each other in a Waratah Cup final before that game as well. So they've got a double header, which is going to be interesting. But let's head over to Victoria with the main man, Archie Thompson, and he's going to bring us some updates around the grounds of Victoria.
Cheers, Jake. Yes, well, the loudest roar was, I think, when Nunawading are going to Hobart. Where are you guys going? Darwin, not Hobart. I'm sorry, that's South Melbourne. Yeah, you're going to Hobart. South Melbourne? Cold. You want to go warm, somewhere warm. Anyway, someone from Heidelberg, Benny, what did you want from this draw? I mean, the common theme is when you do have these draws is that you want a away trip. You didn't get one, though, but you're at home against Western Bears. You must be pleased with that.
Oh, I mean, every game, no matter who it is going to be a tough game. I think, yeah, all the boys were obviously looking for an away trip. So Nunawading probably, they're going somewhere warm. It's quite miserable in Melbourne today. So, yeah, it would have been nice to get out of this weather.
And now your coach, he didn't want to speak, J.A. I mean, he's come into this club. He's really revitalised your club. I mean, you're sitting top of the Premier League at the moment. What do you feel like? How far can you go in this competition?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to put any limits on it. I think it's a great competition, one of the best things that's probably happened to football in Australia, and it'll be a great day when an NPL team wins the competition, and hopefully it's us this year.
Yeah, I want to ask you, how close do you reckon it is before we do see like a VPL, NPL team win this competition?
Well, hopefully it's not too far away. We've seen Sydney United a couple of years ago make the final and lose, but I mean, they've made the final. They knocked off a few A-League teams on the way there, so no reason why another team can't go all the way.
Cheers, Benny. Back to you, boys.
Beautiful as ever, Archie. Well, I've got a renowned scarf on because the Western Bears are a team that we're going to be watching, and they're going to be coming up against Heidelberg, and we have goalkeeper George Stevens on the line. Georgie boy,
yes,
Georgie.
Talk to us
about the great club, the Western Bears, baby. Let's go.
Go, Cessnock.
How are you, George?
Very well, thanks. Coming with a little backdrop of Western.
Wow, mate, can you just talk to us about what a special time it is for the Western Bears and obviously your draw against a formidable team down in Victoria in Heidelberg?
Absolutely incredible. It's I know for a lot of the boys it's kind of fulfilling a lifelong dream of getting to fly somewhere for football. I think we're all stoked about that. We're all wanting an away trip. Like, it would have been nice to be at home, get all the supporters around, but I think this will be something that will live on in the lives of everyone.
Beautiful. And do you want to just talk to us about the Classic Coal, the old Classic Coal we've been told, and the massive game that happens down in Cessnock? Can you give us a bit of history and the meaning behind that fixture?
This is actually my first year at Western, so I don't know the full background. Hells, do you want to come up here? Hang on, let me get the captain up. All right,
get them all in. There we go! Go Bears! There we go! How good.
But yeah, we're bringing your Classic Coal to Melbourne, I've heard.
There we go. We might have lost him. There we go. A shot of George Stevens. Mate, absolutely fascinating. The Western Bears, that's going to be a hell of a fixture.
I'm in love.
Oh, he's back. He's back, Georgie. Where were you?
I dropped the phone.
Hey, apparently,
about being filmed. So
apparently you're a goalkeeper. Come on, mate. We got a big game ahead of us against Heidelberg. Is this the club captain with you?
It is. This is Hurls. He polished his head for the night.
That's it. Guys are up to speed, boys.
You guys got your own Gavin over there. Don't worry about not having fans, though, because I will be there at the Heidelberg game. Don't you worry about that.
Mate, we'll have a full kit ready for you and all. You'll be right.
Yes.
Love it.
Guys, can you just quickly tell us a little bit about your run to get to the round of 32 as well? Some of the games you played. I know you've had some thrillers to get here, but give us a bit of background.
Yeah, we've actually had a pretty tough run in to get to the round of 32 versus 3 of the teams from our league that are also in the top 5. 2 games going all the way through to penalty shootouts, which were tough. And then obviously Georgie stepped up before the round of 32 to make 3 big saves, which was huge for the club. And he still talks about it now. So anyway.
Never living that one down.
Well, that looks so short, man.
Beautiful,
Sorry,
boys. We wish you all the best for the upcoming fixture. Jerome and I will definitely be there in Victoria representing the Western Bears. All the best, guys, and thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Easy. Cheers, Jeff.
Really appreciate it. Scarf as well, mate.
Good luck, boys. Cheers.
Well, Matty, we are heading somewhere that we love, which is the oldest club in the competition. We're going to head down to South Hobart, who are going to be looking forward to their fixture against South Melbourne. How are we going down in South Hobart? Max Clark, thank you for joining us.
Have you got me? Can you hear me?
We've got you. Look, geez, it looks as cold as Melbourne.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, mate, it's freezing down here. We're freezing, but we're excited. We're excited to have South Melbourne down here.
What are we expecting from this fixture? I know you guys have been in the round of 32 a few times now, so you've got some experience as a football club, but this is a pretty big game and also a big opportunity to get to the round of 16 during an NPL team.
Yeah, we're aware, obviously, South Melbourne's had some issues and struggles in the league, so we feel like this is an opportunity we can take and beat them down here. I think Tassie's a hard place to come. It's freezing. It's difficult. Not many people know about what it's like, so we're excited and we think we can get the points.
Can you just give us some insight into maybe something quirky, something cool around South Hobart and the football club, something that you love that maybe everyone out there in Australia doesn't know about South Hobart?
Oh, I don't know about South Hobart's a difficult one. As you said, we're the oldest club in the competition, which makes us special. I'm taking over the reins from my stepdad this year. So this is my first year in charge, so I want to make sure I do a good job for him. But yeah, we've got an ex-player that plays for South Melbourne, Andy Brennan, who we're excited to have back down in Tassie. So yeah, it's going to be a good game.
Oh, that's a great signing. Andy Brennan, a former South Hobart, went to South Melbourne. Now he's come back.
Great player.
What a great signing.
No, he's still there.
He's playing.
He's still at South Melbourne.
He's coming back. He's coming back to South Hobart for the game.
That sounded
like he signed.
Yeah, sounded like he signed.
That's news to me.
Boys, any questions?
No, I think it's perfect. I think it's a good fixture for them. All the best. It's always good to have a chance to knock out a big club, and South Melbourne a big club. So
yeah,
do well, mate.
Be a great game.
Good on you, Max.
Looking forward to it. Thank you,
Good
guys.
luck for
Cheers.
it.
Thanks.
Well, we have to go back to the Mayor of Melbourne down in Victoria with Archie Thompson, who is going to be with South Melbourne.
Cheers, Jake. Yeah, we've got Marco. Now, Marco, you love this competition, mate, because the goal you scored last time around was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was a special day for me. It was a special day for the club, and yeah, we're looking forward to another, hopefully, special cup run this year. So
I was kind of hoping that us Melbourne teams would, get out of this cold weather. You're going to where it's even worse. Yes. South Hobart. What are your reactions from that?
Look, I'm excited. I think it's going to be, like any away trip in this cup, it's exciting. And, yeah, you want to play in these difficult places where it's freezing cold. We have Andy Brennan's, that's his local boyhood club. So I'm sure he's going to give us all the tips and tricks on what to do down there. And it's going to be freezing, but no, it's exciting.
And your club in the league, I mean, you had pretty tough start to the season like Nuttawading. How can a real good cup run really spark your season?
Yeah. I mean, it's not been the best first half of the year, but I think that we've really focused on putting in some good performances, and this is something that's sort of rejuvenated us, given a bit of energy. Really pushed us along, and yeah, we're excited for a good cup run and second half of the year. So
you said you went to Hobart in summer. Have you been in winter?
I definitely have not. So yeah, I'm not. Not excited for the cold, but it's going to be a fun game, I think. So yeah.
Best of luck. Back to you, lads.
Beautiful. Thank you, Archie. Looking forward to that fixture, as you mentioned. We're going to head to a team that's absolutely spearheading South Australia. They have been performing in the round of 32 for a while. We actually are not even sure if they can hear us. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Let's go have a look and get down to the Metro Stars down in South Australia. There they are, the Metro Stars. How are we, boys?
Fabian Barbieri.
Fabian Barbieri, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, well, mate, just my old teammate, mate. You are leading the troops back into another round of 32. You guys are flying at the moment down there.
Yeah, no, we're pretty excited to be back in the cup this year, and we're doing quite well this season. Boys are firing on all cylinders, so good.
Matty, you've probably played a few games against Fabian Barbieri. Any memories?
I have a great memory
he
of Fabian Barbieri.
He wasn't the nicest customer at times. He was leaving studs on you, I'm sure. But
no, he's obviously kept himself well to still be playing. Well, I've retired 6 years ago, but he scored an absolute bomb at Hindmarsh. I'm sure you remember it. You haven't scored a goal, I think, ever, and you put one top bin. So I'll never forget that day.
Yeah.
So I hope you lose the next game in the round of 32.
Thanks, Matty.
But obviously you've got a good crew behind you. It's great to see you guys come in and support the draw as well. So congrats, all the best for that next one.
Fabes, just a quick one. You guys happy with the draw? Canberra, Croatia. I know you might not want to spill your cards, but drawing another NPL team is definitely handy when you've avoided some A-League teams for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think the boys were just happy with a away trip, to be honest. We're getting around the Gold Coast, but we'll take Canberra. We'll take Canberra. I mean, I think last couple of years ago, I think we had most of our games at home. So the boys are looking forward to a bit of a away trip and a bit of bonding.
Tell you what, it looks like a very relaxed room there. There's boys are very. It looks almost like churches in session.
They're just chilling.
City of churches.
I think there's a bit of food coma there. So we got fed by our lovely staff here in the back, and we're just chilling out, watching the draw. So it's been a good night.
Well, all the best to you guys. Keep going down in South Australia. You guys are having a great season and looking forward to that game against the Canberra Raiders. Well, we're going to be heading back to Sydney with a great man, Danny Georgievski, who is there with Sydney United.
Hello, boys. I'm here with Nick Petrula. By any chance, are you related to Michael Petrula, the director of Melbourne City?
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
So you just share a beautiful last name, huh?
Beautiful last name.
So how is it at Northern Tigers? Obviously, you're in the, what is the league called? The State League One? They've changed it?
Yeah, they've changed the name, yeah.
And you guys have been doing very, very well. You're first in the league. So how's everything going there?
Yeah, it's going fantastic. It's the first in our history that we've made the round of 32, so we're very honoured and privileged to be here, and we deserve to be here. We worked really, really hard, and the squad's been fantastic, and can't wait to get started.
Yeah, apparently you guys are going to be fighting next Wednesday, I think, in the Waratah Cup. So how's that going to be? It's like a little build-up for the Australia Cup. So how is that going to play out for you guys?
Oh, yeah, I think it'll be interesting. We'll take it one game at a time. Obviously, the Cup comes first. It'll be a very, very tough game. Sydney United always in and about in the finals.
Look at him, he's cheering. Look at him, he's licking his lips, isn't he, huh?
Nah, tough game against Northern Tigers. We played them a few years ago in a qualifier to get here, and 2022 as well, so we know we're up against a quality opposition.
So should I separate? Should I stand in the middle? Because they're big boys, so let me just stand in the middle so there's no fights. Relax, man, relax. I'm joking. No, so you obviously played in the final a few years ago with Sydney United, the big grand final versus Macarthur Bulls. What memory do you take from there, or what you experienced there into these games?
I think it was the whole run.
This one game, sorry.
Yeah, no, look, I think the whole run was great for the boys and the experience of big games, playing in big games. So another knockout fixture, you take that experience from those games. A lot of new faces, so it might be a first time for a few boys, but it's a good experience, and yeah, hopefully a good night at Tigers Away.
Ooh, I love it. It's already started, hasn't it?
There you go, beautiful war of words. This is a special tournament. Just before we do head back to Victoria, guys, it's pretty unique what we're seeing here. It means semi-professional level or below, having the chance to play on a national stage. I mean, it's why the Hahn Australia Cup is so different to anything else.
Man, the longest I've gone for a game is probably 20 minutes down the road. So the fact that these guys get to go interstate, overseas technically to Tasmania, different climates, different styles of football, my favourite part, different food. They get to experience all of that, and I think that's the magic of the Cup. I think that's why it is the most special tournament in Australia.
I think a lot of the fixtures we've talked about, each team fancies themselves. It's not like there's like, oh, we're going to get smashed. It's going to be a good trip or whatever.
Yeah.
They're in with the shot. So that's all we want to see in the Hahn Australia Cup.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be very interesting because this fixture is the one to watch, because one of these teams is definitely going into the round of 16. Darwin Olympic and Nuttawading. And I believe Archie is back in Victoria with Nuttawading just to hear what they think after the draw.
Cheers, Jake. Now, Dennis, mate, I've never seen anyone celebrate a draw like you did, going to Darwin. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, man. Well, that's what it's all about. Travelling, getting on the plane, that atmosphere. It's pretty exciting stuff for the club. Some of these boys probably haven't done something like this before, so it's huge. We can't wait. Get out of the weather as well. Go see something new, and check the football out and have some fun.
Have you been to Darwin before?
Nah, never.
It's crocodiles, you know.
Yeah, really? Have you been?
They're everywhere, mate. I think they even run onto the pitch sometimes. Now, Steve, look, Nunawading, it's their first time in the competition. Good draw for you guys?
I think it's a good draw. I mean, just to go away and travel, and the boys get to connect again a little bit, tighter, and I think that will help us, with our last few league games as well that are coming up. We've got some finals to be played in the league as well. So I think it's a good trip. Our boys will begging for a trip anyway, so they're happy. So I think it's a good draw. Yeah.
And you've got a son at home, Costa, 17 years old. He's missing his dad here. Are you going to take him up to Darwin, or this is just the boys?
I know I've had a message already from the family. They're keen to. I know my wife's been dying to go to Darwin, so they're super keen at the moment.
And look, this is a 32. Like they were talking about in the studio, there, you win this, you're in the round of 16. Like, it's pretty special.
Yeah, it's exciting, and we want to try and keep winning as many games as we can, and that's been sort of the motto from the day we started winning our first game, and the cup got us started this year. So it's a tournament that we've embraced, and we're looking forward to the next challenge.
And look, I'm trying to get out of Melbourne. Is there any way I can, kit man?
We can do with the second goalkeeper coach, I think. So you can come.
Well, you're not cup tied, so we might have to sign you as a striker.
Yeah, I reckon I'll get a gig. Yeah, I think I can move all right still. Back to you, lads.
There we go. Is he the goalkeeper coach, or is he playing up front?
I would not say no to have an Archie up top, though.
I'd take him. Why not? It'd be great for the boys, right?
Unbelievable.
Look, I think... And the funny part about that was, I think the players are more excited to go on to Darwin than the coach is. I think he's definitely wanted to go 20 minutes down the road or whatever. But regardless, it'll be a special fixture for the whole club.
Now the coach needs to buy flights for his whole family.
Yeah,
it's going to cost a fortune.
You're going to have a few calls from cousins that you haven't heard of saying, "Hey, Darwin,
And
let's go there."
Going off the fans we saw when Bailey joined the call, you're playing the heat up there as well, so that's another factor coming from Victoria.
They won't understand until they step off that plane. You guys complain about coming to Queensland, right?
Yeah.
Imagine going to Darwin. It's like stick them in a sauna down in Melbourne to prepare.
Yeah, Matty, we've got a couple of A-League fixtures or A-League teams going to NPL teams' grounds. You've played in those fixtures before, whether it be pre-season or in the Australia Cup. I mean, can you just talk about why that's different for an A-League team, maybe why it's more challenging, and the emphasis that the A-League teams will have going away to some of these lower teams?
Yeah, so for starters, this time of year, right, the pitches are different, they're worn in, it's going to be bobble central, the lighting's different. You play all these beautiful stadiums in the A-League with the lights perfect. This might be a dim section in the corner that you can't see. So you've got to deal with that. You've got to deal with the fans, the crowd, and the flares, hopefully, at some of these local grounds. So, yeah, it's just different. And you're against players that think they should be A-League players.
Yeah,
now, a lot of these guys in the NPL,
they've got a point to prove.
Yeah, they want to be, or they actually think, you know what, I should be there. That's the tricky fixtures for the ones going to the member feds teams.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to head back with Nunawading goalkeeping coach Archie Thompson, who is with Jerome's team to watch, Avondale.
Joey, mate, what was your reaction getting the draw? I think you'd probably rather twist that around and maybe go to Perth with their weather, but you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, of course. Look, anyone that we got, we'd be keen to play. But yeah, as most of the teams have said, like an away trip. But yeah, we'll see what happens if we do get through the round of 16. Hopefully, we get that away trip.
And what makes this competition so unique? I mean, is it because it sort of breaks up your league, and then you've got something to look forward to, and then you can progress and maybe win a competition?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, semi-pro athletes in the NPL, we love having a couple external competitions and testing ourselves against other teams around Australia and A-League teams. And we've got players that have played in the A-League or overseas and stuff. So we're more than capable of doing so.
And what sort of the mindset that you go into these sort of games as, because you think of the NPL and New South Wales, Victoria, probably a lot stronger than the other states. Perth come here, nothing to lose. Is the mindset still, we've got to really perform?
Yeah, like I said before, no matter who we get, we're going in there with the right mindset, the same mindset. If we're playing, say, Melbourne Victory or Sterling Macedonia, yeah, we've got the same ideas that we want to play at and dominate.
Okay, beautiful, mate. I know you're scoring a lot of goals. You feel like you're going to get a couple here?
Not anymore, man. Not anymore. I'm behind the halfway line these days as a 6. So, yeah.
Mate, is that what happens with the strikers?
Yeah, I'm getting old now, so I'm dropping down.
That's what we do, mate. Well, see, that's why I'm a goalkeeper coach. You could be
100%. Thanks, Arch.
Absolutely all time from Archie. Well, before we wrap up, let's just go back through the round of 32 draw as we see a variety of NPL teams coming up against a couple of A-League teams, some A-League clashes standing out with Perth Glory, Wellington Phoenix having to make that trip, and a few standout games. Boys, just to go back through some of your thoughts, any that stand out to you that you're excited to watch?
I love that Gold Coast Auckland fixture. There's just, I don't know, there's something about it. Scott McDonald seems to be running a real good, tight ship down there, and Auckland being as good as they are, having to go to Gold Coast, that'll be a tasty one.
Matty, any thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with those tricky fixtures. Melbourne Victory's away game in Perth as well. Like the A-League teams that might struggle early in pre-season against these teams that are bedded into their seasons and really full fitness. So, but also my local derby up in Brisbane City versus Olympic, they'll both fancy themselves of moving through to the next round.
Beautiful. And then you got the spicy A-League games with Western United and Sydney FC, Nuttawading as well. We've mentioned that many times at Darwin Olympic. One of those teams is going to be in the round of 16. This is the specialty of the Hahn Australia Cup. Matty, fantastic work on the draw. Thank there. You. The ops manager's happy.
Yep.
All went to plan.
Scrutinised, nothing happened. It was all good. Some tasty fixtures.
Jerome, are you going to be out at some of these games? I think we're definitely going to the Western Bears game, aren't we?
I will definitely be there, especially after, you know how I get when people say they're going to give me things. So they said they're going to give me a kit, so I'll be there. And even a few others in Melbourne, probably head down to the Avondale one as well. Can't wait.
Well, from everyone here, the Hahn Australia Cup, Football Australia doing a wonderful thing with this tournament. This is built for all of the people out there, the fans, the clubs, all the players, all the crosses we got to do tonight. The energy around this game and the tournament is what we love about football in this country. The Hahn Australia Cup, round of 32, we brought to you. We'll see you throughout the games and we'll be back for the remainder of the tournament. Take care.
Desperate to earn their tickets to prove themselves on the national stage. What a fairy tale here.
Canberra, Croatia have nicked it at the death.
For the Western Bears are going to the Australia Cup round of 32.
Nuttawading on the national stages.
Tries from range. Don't they love that Apia icon?
Metro Stars through to the national stage to set round of 32 Dream Alliance.
Against all the odds, Australia Cup winners.
What are you doing? We're planking.
It's because of our internet providers.
We're stuck in 2011.
Same slow internet speeds.
And high prices.
It's like a nightmare.
Enough planking. Superloop is a network purpose-built for the super-fast future of the internet. You are free.
Don't take it lying down, Australia. Refresh your internet.